Good morning and happy Monday. It is the 18th of October today and we have a lot to catch up on because I've been MIA. Yeah, there is a lot to sort of like catch you guys up on and bring you up to date with, because the last video I made was a what I eat in a day video last Tuesday, I think, and I'm aware that I've missed a weigh-in, and yeah, I'm gonna explain all that in today's video and we'll get caught up, but I'm okay. I'm not giving up on my journey or anything. Couple of things are changing for the better, so I'll explain all that. But first things first, I'm gonna go and drink my free mint tea. It's humongously humongous. Go drink that, wake up a little bit, and at some point today I will explain a few things that are going to be changing. I'm also going to be doing a grocery haul in today's video, which is, I haven't done one of them in quite a while, so that's going to be fun. I'm actually going to go shopping as well, which is even more like that's something I've not done in such a long time. So I'm gonna go armed with a list, which I have to make. But I'm gonna go drink my tea, so happy Monday to you all. So it's now 9:25, and after a shower and my tea, I'm a little bit more alert and awake. So I thought I would just sit down and have a little catch up and explain where I've been, what's been going on, and all that stuff. So basically, over the last week, I've just been in a bit of a weight loss funk, like a bit of a head funk. I think I'd just got to that stage where counting my calories, weighing out my food, all just became a little bit monotonous, and I just kind of like was just not feeling the groove of it anymore. So bar sort of like the Tuesday or the Wednesday, which I filmed my what I eat in a day video, which was the only video I uploaded last week, I was over calorie every day by about 200 to 300. I still tracked right up until Friday, and on Friday and Saturday I didn't track. So yeah, that was that. And then on Friday I did intend to film a video. I had already decided that I wasn't going to disclose my weight. I weighed in, so I know what the weight is and it's logged. But I was just feeling in such kind of like a vulnerable headspace that I felt like it's kind of like my prerogative to keep that for my own personal information. But on the same hand, I felt like I was letting everyone down, and I didn't want to make anyone feel like I was I'd had a bad week, so I'm trying to hide the weigh-in and not be accountable for it, which is the last thing I want anybody to think. So I did intend to do a video and explain all this in that video. However, I just kind of didn't get round to doing it, and I also just wasn't in the right headspace to do it. So I'm really sorry about that. But then, yeah, like Friday obviously didn't do my weigh-in, and then on Friday evening I ended up having a few glasses of wine, which has obviously, I haven't met my goal of not having a drink throughout October. But I think had I have not set the initial challenge to have a sober October, I would have drank a lot more anyway. So I think if I get out of October having only have drunk that one time, I think that's an achievement to sort of like take away, even though I haven't met my initial goal. Yeah, so basically I think for a while now, sort of like something inside me has been saying I want to do something a little bit different and switch things up a little bit. But I think the fear of like the weight of people's opinion has been really heavy on me lately, and I think the sort of like fear of people saying, oh, you never stick to a plan, or thinking that I'm really inconsistent with what I say and do, it just really sort of like weighed heavy on me, because I have changed a lot through this journey so far, and I don't think I've lost a sufficient amount of weight for the time I've been doing it. That's my personal sort of view on it. So I guess I was just getting caught up in what other people think, and that was sort of prohibiting me from sitting down and sort of like reflecting on what's working and what isn't working, and making changes to do things that will work better. Which is so stupid, because, you know, the people that mind don't matter and the people that matter don't mind. So once I sort of like got that into my head, I started to feel loads better about it. So I am going to do a couple of things differently going forward, or at least try and do things differently. So one of them, Jim actually said at some point towards the end of last week, I can't remember exactly when it was, that he felt he wasn't or hadn't been as supportive with my journey as he could have been. And I don't want anybody to think that I am passing the blame or that I'm holding him accountable for my weight loss journey or anything like that, because it's ultimately, it's up to me, you know, what I put in my mouth and what I decide to feed myself and what I decide to do ultimately comes down to me. But I did agree somewhat that he could be a little bit more supportive in certain areas. And he himself has decided that he wants to be healthier overall. So that's a positive step for us both, because obviously if he's on board with being healthier and things like that, it means that there's less temptation around the house and there's less suggestion to do things off my plan. So that's good. So we both sort of like was discussing what we could do, and I've decided that I'm going to go back to meal planning. So I've planned out my meals for this week. It's worked a little bit differently this week. I did intend or wanted to go like grocery shopping yesterday and get the food shopping ready for the week. However, that didn't work out, so I'm going to be doing that today. And I'm also going to be doing a little bit of meal prepping, which I've never done before, so we'll just see how that goes. Hopefully I'll be okay at it and it'll work out well. Hi Floss. Hi. Hello darling. So that's one of the things that I'm going to change, is that I'm going to be planning out my meals for the week and trying to input as much as possible into my diary beforehand, so that I don't get caught up at any point and think, well, what can I eat today, and, you know, go to the co-op and buy surplus of things that are not necessarily needed. And that's also, I think, really good for finance and food waste. One of the other things I've done is I have reintroduced the macro quantities to my meals. So I haven't got an overall macro goal. I'm still just aiming to hit that calorie goal every day. But I have added back onto MyFitnessPal, it shows me the carbohydrates, protein and fat values of each meal, so that I can sort of start thinking about that again, because I do want to get back into eating more balanced and a lower sort of carbohydrate, or at least lower refined carbohydrate diet. So I'm hoping sort of like by November I can reintroduce a macro goal for the day, but I just don't feel like it would be, I think it'd be counterproductive to do that now. So I'm just trying to be smart about this and trying not to do too much at once and overwhelm myself, but I think that's a good first step. And then I'm going to continue my workout goal of 4 workouts a week. I did one run of the week 7 of C2 5K last week, and I've got 2 more to do, but I have sort of like already completed the program, but I do just want to do them last runs as a continuity thing in my head, so I can say that I've completed the C2 5K program. So I'll be working on that this week, and then going forward I do have other sort of like long-term goals for running and stuff and my fitness, but I'm gonna make more of a sort of like schedule plan on that sometime this week. Is there any other changes? I think I'm just gonna try and focus in general on a good balance between diet and exercise. I think I'm very like, I'll work really hard on one aspect of it one week and sort of the other thing will lack, and then I'll like be at the gym all the time, but then my diet won't be as great, or I'll like slack on the gym. And I just think I need to find a good balance between the two, and I know a lot of people say that ultimately you can't work off a bad diet, is what I hear a lot of the time. So I'm going to work on that. I think one of the main things I'm going to try and focus on around my diet is to cut out refined carbohydrates, as much sort of like genetically modified food as possible, although I am a bit of a convenience queen, so that's going to be difficult, but it's something that I can work towards and like have as a sort of like a long-term goal and phase out over time. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's everything really to catch you up with. Over the last week, so I ate sort of like 200 to 300 calories over goal well, every day bar Tuesday or Wednesday, and the foods I was eating throughout the weeks were, you know, healthy and sort of like balanced, but it was over calorie with it. And then over the weekend, Friday I didn't eat well in terms of like the foods I was eating, and Saturday I didn't eat well in terms of the foods that I was eating. Yesterday I tracked and I did eat healthily, so I kind of got my shit together yesterday, give myself a bit of a talking to, and yeah, managing to turn things around. And I think one of the things that I'm gonna sort of end on and take away as the most important thing is this journey is going to change, it's going to evolve, it's going to adapt. Things are going to get better if I sort of like see something not working and change that. And I just need to get my head around that. And if, you know, people don't like the fact that I change things and switch things up, that's okay. We're not all meant to like everybody and their personalities and what they do, and that is okay. I know, and I'm so super grateful for those of you who are on my journey with me and are constantly supportive and constantly believe in me. You guys, you know, you rock my socks, and there is people out there that believe in me regardless of what I do. And I've just got to start focusing on my path and my journey and not think about anybody else or what anybody else thinks. And the most important consistency is that of not giving up. And I'm not giving up, you know, regardless of like the things I go through and the things that I've, you know, the boulders that are put in my path that I have to climb over. I'm still climbing over them. It might take me a little bit longer than some people, but I know 100% fact that I am going to get to my goal, whether it be this time next year, this time in 2 years, who knows. But I am going to get there, and I'm not going to give up. And on that note, I think I'll end it there. But yeah, sorry for my lack of videos and interaction over the last week. I hope you're all doing super well. Please let me know how you're all doing in the comments, and let's have a bit more of a catch up. This week is a crazy one. I've got loads of work to do, and that's another thing. I'm finding it quite difficult to sort of like manage a hobby life, work life balance, because YouTube is my hobby. I do have a full-time job besides of it, so I'm finding it quite difficult to sort of juggle everything, but I'll get there. I just need to be a little bit more organised and on it, and I think it'll be fine. But I am over in the studio a couple of days this week, but I'm planning on sort of filming as much as possible this week because I know it is a tool that helps me to be my most healthiest self. So I'm gonna go finish my tea and I'm gonna go finish my shopping list. I'm really not hungry at this moment in time, so I'll probably have a brunch. But of course, you will see me at brunch time. So it's 22:12 and I am now hungry, so I'm gonna have some brunch. Making brunch for me in this one. I said that you being healthy with me now.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So we're eating the same things.
What did the Linda Carlisle sing?
We eat the same things. Beam.
Oh.
And that is why we don't have a job as a singer.
Where did you sing it?
So I've got a ripe avocado that needs eating, so we're gonna have that with some scrambled eggs, and then I'm gonna go and get our groceries for the week.
Yes. Yes, you are. And then I'm gonna go and do a tip run.
Exciting lives we lead.
Well, do you know what? They're good, aren't they? At least we're not sat in an office from 9 till 6:30, like we used to be.
Some people might like to do that though.
Oh yeah, not me though. It's not for me. Right, so, I'm going to get my work stuff on and get to work.
And I'm going to make breakfast. So I'm just back from Morrison's with all my groceries for the week, and I thought I would share them. Now, the fruits and vegetables make up the majority of the haul, so I'm going to go through them first. I'm quite pleased to say there's a lot of them. So I'm going to start off with this cantaloupe melon. I've got a real thing for melons at the moment, and I was buying them in punnets. However, it's much cheaper to buy them whole like this and then sort of like chop them up yourself. Fun story, I opened the side door on the van, and the melons were in a bag that were on the footwell of the van, and they rolled out into a puddle. So I need to give them, obviously you don't eat the skin of a melon anyway, but look what's happened to this barcode. It's kind of like, it's rubbed off, like just the barcode bit of it. That's really bizarre. I find that creepy. Also, I don't know what kind of melon this is. Can anybody tell me? It said seasonal melon. I don't know what it is, but let me know in the comments if you know. I got 2 butternut squash. I grabbed 2 punnets of grapes, 1 red and 1 green. I got a punnet of, it doesn't say the variety, but they're just little yellow tomatoes. I got a punnet of sweet baby peppers. It was nice actually doing my shopping at Morrison's. I haven't been there in a while, and I used to do it religiously week in, week out, so it was nice to go there again. I got a little bag of radishes for salads and cooking with. And then because it's me, and I'm absolutely obsessed with tomatoes, I also got a giant punnet of a mixed variety of tomatoes, and also a punnet of orange tomatoes. Can you ever have enough? I don't think so. I got 2 avocados. I got a bag of carrot batons. Makes me think of Louis Vuittons when I say carrot baton. How funny. I got 2 things of tender stem broccoli. I got 2 punnets of already chopped up, very handy prepared stir-fry veggies. I got 2 punnets of my favourite mixed leaf salad, which is the Floret Crispy. It's really good. Waited for a long time now. I got 1 yellow pepper. I got 3 red peppers. I grabbed a big punnet of blueberries. Blueberries are just amazing, in my opinion, as are raspberries, and I got 2 punnets of them. I'll eat them real quick, so maybe 2. Some jumbo spring onions, a bag of lemons, a bag of clementines, a big bag of baby leaf spinach. I got some pink lady apples, a cucumber, and some trimmed, ready to eat, ready to go celery sticks. Yummy. And I think that's it for the fruits and the veggies. The next section is just as it comes. It's not necessarily in any kind of order. It just is what it is. So I got 2 blocks of feta cheese. 2 blocks of it. Very good. Really great in omelettes. I like it, and it's very low calorie, I think. 100 gram is 303 calories, so it's almost gram for gram, calorie for gram, however you want to say that. 1 calorie per 1 gram kind of thing. So I think it's really low, and it's really tasty, and a little goes a long way. So if you are wanting to make an omelette or a salad, I usually use between 15 and 30 grams, and that is a sufficient amount to make it really tasty. I also picked up 2 bags of the ready to cook protein noodles. And it says, a source of pea protein, a perfect accompaniment to your stir fry. I've had these before and they're really yummy. I've got a can of cannellini beans. I'm pretty certain, oh no, they're haricota beans. I was going to say I'm pretty certain these are what baked beans are made from. Is it haricota or haricota? Or is it cannellini? I can't remember, but anyway, they're really yummy. I have a recipe that requires them this week. I have some cashew nuts, one of my preferred. I have a garlic puree punnet. I have a Jamie Oliver super tomato and olive quinoa. It says fantastic with halloumi, with brown rice, kibbled wheat and fennel. Yummy. Thank you, Nicola, for your recommendations on these Jamie Oliver packets. They look super yummy. I grabbed a tomato puree. I grabbed some Tilda Genuine Goodness brown basmati. So this is whole grain basmati rice, gluten free. Does rice have gluten in it to begin with? I don't think it does it? I'm pretty sure rice is just naturally gluten free. Yeah, so trying to be really good with my carbs, trying to have complex carbohydrates as opposed to refined carbohydrates. So things like brown rice, quinoa, beans, pulses, that kind of thing is what I'm trying to sort of like aim for the majority of the time. I grabbed an organic butter, just a normal butter. I try not to use a lot of butter, however Jim is a big butter fan. I do have it, I do cook with it occasionally, so it's good to have it in. Oh, that's annoying. Never mind. I grabbed some teriyaki sauce and a chow mein sauce. A stir fry of vegetables. I also grabbed caramelized onion hummus, which is one of my favourites of the hummuses. Very yummy, out of the hummus family. And I believe caramelized onion hummus is a lower carbohydrate content than other hummuses. If you're keto or interested in knowing that. And then I got some salsa, because I really like salsa with things like scrambled eggs, omelettes, that kind of thing. It's just a nice little extra to have on your plate. I grabbed 4 tins of chopped tomatoes. A staple cupboard. I got some tea. So I have run out of my all-time favourite Supreme Maca Green by Pukka. So I had to, by law, replenish that stock. So I grabbed him, and as there was an offer on, they're usually £5 a pack, and they were £2.50 or something like that. I thought I'd go ahead and get the lemon, ginger and manuka honey flavour. I just thought that was very autumnal. And this one has caffeine, I believe. And I wanted another caffeinated alternative for the morning, because most Pukka teas are decaf. I grabbed some of my favourite eggs of all time, and how cute! They've got like little Halloweeny decorations on the front. Little Halloweeny egg, little Halloweeny hen. I appreciate things like that so much. So much. I got one of these Morrison's counted lower calorie sort of like selection Caesar dressing. It's 8 calories per portion. Just as a little something to have with my salad if I do so desire it. And I'm a big fan of Caesar dressing. Hazelnuts. Never had hazelnuts like this, only ever had them in chocolate. And I enjoy them in chocolate, and I can't see why I wouldn't enjoy them on their own. I also have some dark chocolate still left over, so I thought at some point, if I really am craving something chocolatey or sweet, some hazelnuts, a few dark chocolate buttons will be a really lovely treat. I got some Greek style. Why is it Greek style? Why is it not just Greek yogurt? Anyway, some Yeo Valley organic Greek style yogurt for Jim, because he is going to be, he doesn't like yogurt. So why is he having yogurt, may you ask? But he has decided to try and have some variation on breakfast options. And I said one thing that I really enjoy to have is coconut yogurt or my baked apple yogurt with some berries and some granola. It's super yummy. And he said he'll give it a try, because when we were in Greece, he really enjoyed the Greek yogurt there. So fingers crossed he likes it. I picked up a couple of these Perkia bars. I'm pretty sure I've had these before, but these are gluten-free, plant-based bars. They're basically just all natural ingredients, but really good sort of like to take on the go. I'm just thinking, I'm out at work quite a lot this week, and myself and Jim are very busy, so it's just something to have in my bag or in the van as sort of like damage control, just in case I get really hungry at some point. So per 35g bar, this one, which is the crunchy peanut flavour, has 156 calories, and the Madagascar vanilla with dark chocolate, doesn't that sound amazing? It really does. This one is 158 calories per bar, which I don't think is too bad at all. And then I've picked up a couple of meaty style things. So I already have these in my freezer, which is the corn like fillet and these corn style pieces. So I already knew I had them and needed them for a recipe that I was making. But I grabbed some beanie burgers. These are the Tex-Mex style vegetable burgers with courgette, sweet corn, chickpea, seasoned with smoky spices. And per burger, these are 157 calories. I'm going to try and reach for the vegetarian options that are things like beanie burgers and stuff like that, rather than a lot of the sort of like processed style vegetarian options, if that makes sense. I grabbed these Taste and Glory no ham slices. These are kind of like to have as a bit of a snack if I'm fancying something savoury with a little bit of salad. I tried last week at some point, Taste and Glory have some beef style slices out and they are so yummy, and I just really wanted to try the ham ones. So 30 gram of these contain 42 calories and 0.1 gram of saturated fats, 0.6 grams of sugar and 1.3 gram of fat. Not too bad. I got some of the Cauldron's organic marinated tofu. I got some of This Isn't Pork sausages. And these are apparently high in protein, high in fibre, and 75% less saturated fat, I am imagining, than a pork sausage. 76 grams, which I'm gonna imagine is 2 sausages, is 130 calories. Contains fat 2.0. Made from olive oil. I don't know what that little tag thing is about. But these are made from pea protein, which is a bit of a better sauce. Oh, I got another one of them as well. Another one of the Cauldron marinated tofu. And then very last but not least, a bottle of kombucha, because I just can't live without it now. And I swear to God, I feel like probiotics or prebiotics, live cultures, just make me feel so amazing. I really, really enjoy them. So that's it for my grocery haul. I think what I'll do now is I'll stop the clip here. I'll go grab my book and I'll just quickly run through my meal plan for the week, so you know what I intend to make all of these you know what meals I intend to make these groceries with. Before I show you, or tell you, should I say, my meal plans for the week, I also bought something else. I got a rice cooker because I'm terrible at making rice, guys. I know some of you out there might be screaming saying it's easy, but I just find it difficult. So I thought a rice cooker would make my life a heck of a lot easier. So, and I wanted to start like cooking things as much as possible from scratch so that I know what's going into it. And I tend to grab, you know, the bags of like Uncle Ben's rices that are like this, just because I'm so bad at cooking rice from scratch. So I treat myself to a rice cooker. And I also grabbed some of these meal prep boxes because I'm meal prepping for the first time in my life, I think. I can't ever recall ever doing this before. So I'm going to talk you through my weekly meal plan, and we haven't done this in a while. So I'm glad to be getting back organised. So that was just my kitchen breaking. So I'll start with like the dinner from this evening, because in future I'm going to be doing the shopping on a Sunday, meal prepping on Sunday for the week. However, it just got a bit screwed up this week, but I'm not using it as an excuse to give in. I'm just going to work with it. So dinner tonight is going to be a beanie burger and a salad. Tomorrow for breakfast I'm going to have granola, yogurt and berries. For lunch it's going to be some tofu, rice and some veggies like tender and broccoli. And I'm going to prepare all my lunches today and they're going to be in the fridge ready to go. Dinner tomorrow is going to be a butter bowl. Wednesday I am going to have scrambled eggs and sausages for breakfast. Lunch is going to be a chicken stir fry. Dinner is going to be a vegetable stew. Thursday I'm going to have a spinach and feta omelette. Lunch is going to be chicken stir fry. Dinner is going to be salad and a beanie burger. Friday I'm going to be having, this is where it changes a little bit, because on Friday and Saturday morning is when myself and Jim are going to have a bit of I wouldn't say like a treat or a cheat breakfast, because it's still healthy, and it's just because like we both really enjoy sourdough. We didn't want to restrict that from our diets completely, and we knew it was unrealistic to do so. So we're going to have a little bit on a Friday and a Saturday morning. So Friday breakfast is avocado, smashed avocado, poached eggs and sourdough toast. Lunch is the tofu, rice and broccoli mix. And for dinner we're going to have a vegetarian Kiev with some new potatoes and some vegetables with the kids. And then on Saturday, same breakfast as Friday. Lunch is going to be chicken stir fry. Dinner is going to be fajitas, but I'm going to do them without, I'm going to get home meal wraps for the kids and Jim, and for myself I'm going to have them in like a lettuce wrap. Sunday breakfast is granola and yogurt. Lunch is the rice, tofu and vegetables, and dinner is going to be a veggie stew. So that's kind of, oh actually I think I wrote down snacks. So a couple of like snack ideas if I'm hungry between them meals: nuts and seeds, raw fruits and vegetables, vegetables and hummus, peanut butter and apple. And dessert options for myself are going to be fruit salads and possibly a little bit of dark chocolate with some nuts and seeds. And my battery's flashing, so I think that I got to the end just in the nick of time there. But yeah, that's my sort of like grocery haul and my meal plan for the week. I'm really sort of like looking forward to the structure that I'm going to be putting in place. I think it's going to super help. But it is cracking on. What time is it? It's just gone 3 o'clock, so I need to crack on now and go and make my lunches for the week. 5 to 7. I am absolutely knackered. My eyes are so heavy and I'm super tired. I have been helping Jim with a couple of things for the past couple of hours, and prior to that I did our lunch meal prep, so they're all done and ready to go. They're cool enough now to pop into the fridge. So lunch is prepared for the next couple of days, which feels great. I actually really enjoyed doing it. My rice cooker is my new fave. I love him. He is very helpful. And yeah, I'm super hungry, super tired, so I'm gonna crack on with dinner. So I've just made myself a dessert of the baked apple yogurt that I really like, with some honeydew melon, some red grapes, some honey and some chia seeds, and it comes in a total of 206 calories, and this is the last thing that I'm going to eat today, so I will just finish my diary day here. So the only thing that I didn't film that I did end up eating was one of these Naked Peanut Delight bars, which I had on the way to the supermarket. So I've consumed 1,107 calories. So I will just go ahead and complete my diary. If every day was like today, in 5 weeks I'd weigh 13 stone 5.3. So thank you so much for watching today's video. If you've enjoyed it, please do give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, please hit subscribe and the notification bell, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And I do intend on making lots more videos this week, so if you do that, you will be notified of when they go live. But until next time, stay happy, healthy and well. Bye!